These are the results of the Bethalto Community Survey 2025 as conducted by third-party consulting firm Evolve Strategic Solutions on behalf of the Bethalto School District. Before we delve into the data from the 2025 Bethalto Community Survey, we would like to address who the respondents to the survey were. The data was looked at by two different measures to help identify the feedback of the participants. The first is how many years have you been a resident in the Bethalto School District? As you can see on this slide, different groups of residency years are well represented among the survey respondents. The second identifying measure for respondents of this survey was grade levels of students in the district. Please recognize that many respondents had students in more than one grade level, as would be expected in a school community, and a small number of respondents, as you can see on this chart, have no students that are currently attending the school district. We will now begin summary results of the high-level data collected from this Bethalto School District Community Survey 2025. Before we begin looking at results from the survey, it is important to explain the survey design. The survey was predominantly made up of statements that were evaluated on a 5-point Likert scale. The Likert scale gives 2 points for a positive answer, meaning that they agree or somewhat agree with the statement, a neutral answer, meaning they neither agree nor disagree, and then 2 negative options, which would be somewhat disagree or disagree with the statement. The first statement here is students get a quality education from the Bethalto School District. This is probably the first and most important question any school district would ask of their community, and the response here is overwhelmingly positive, with 89% of responses saying they agree or somewhat agree with the statement that students get a quality education from the Bethalto School District. Even more significantly is the fact that only 4% of respondents to this statement had a negative answer, which was that they somewhat disagreed or disagreed with the statement regarding quality of education. The second statement that we're reviewing today have to do with courses and classes offered in Bethalto. The classes/courses offered in the Bethalto School District meet the needs of students. Once again, we see a very high positive response, with 85% of responses indicating that they agree or somewhat agree with the statement that the classes or courses offered in the Bethalto School District meet the needs of the students. This is a very positive rate and a good sign that people are very happy with their choice to enroll their children in this district based on the quality of the education that's being provided to them. The next statement deals with SEL, or social emotional learning. The Bethalto School District supports students socially, emotionally, and academically. Nearly 85% of responses were positive for this statement, saying they agree or somewhat agree that the Bethalto School District supports students socially, emotionally, and academically. SEL is another very important measure for all school districts, and the very high mid-80s percentile positive response for this is another strong positive indicator the Bethalto School District is doing right by their students. The next statement deals with preparing students for the future. The Bethalto School District prepares students well for the future. 80% of responses indicated they either agree or somewhat agree that the Bethalto School District prepares students well for the future. The next statement deals with programs and services, an essential part of any public school district. Bethalto School District programs and services meet the needs of the student body. 76% of responses were positive, meaning they either agree or somewhat agree that Bethalto School District programs and services meet the needs of the student body. While there are approximately 9% who had a negative response to this statement, meaning they either somewhat disagree or disagree with it, nearly 15% neither agree nor disagree. When you have a larger group of neutral versus negative, this would be a sign to indicate that a larger number of people either don't have an issue or aren't sure they're familiar with programs and services well enough to warrant an opinion on either side of this issue. The next statement continues down evaluation of programs and services. The Bethalto School District provides student services at a level that meets the needs of the student population. 72% of responses were positive, meaning that they either agree or somewhat agree that the Bethalto School District provides student services at a level that meets the needs of the student population. Once again, the negative responses were roughly 9%, meaning that 9% of answers either somewhat disagreed or disagreed with the statement that the Bethalto School District provides student services at a level that meets the needs of the student population. What we see here is a slight expansion of the neutral group to 18%, where they neither agree nor disagree. Our analysis of the difference in this question versus the one before it is when we look at the wording that says a level that meets the needs. We can't guarantee what the interpretation of that statement is to those who have ended up in the neutral category, but it does seem to have expanded those who are uncertain as compared to a broader question on the topic. The next statement evaluates the learning environment in the Bethalto School District. The Bethalto School District provides an environment that makes students feel welcome and safe. 85% of responses were positive to this statement, indicating that they either agree or somewhat agree that the Bethalto School District provides an environment that makes students feel welcome and safe. This statement looks at how Bethalto School District staff impact students. Bethalto School District teachers, administrators, and staff work together toward student success. 77% of responses were positive for this statement, indicating that they either agree or somewhat agree with the statement that Bethalto School District teachers, administrators, and staff work together toward student success. There's roughly a 12 to 13% negative response rate for this question, meaning that those responses either somewhat disagree or disagree with the statement, and 10% are neutral, meaning they neither agree nor disagree. 77% is a very highly positive indicator that an overwhelming number of respondents feel good about the fact that teachers, administrators, and staff work together towards student success. This statement looks at school district administration and district resources. The Bethalto School District administrators are good stewards of district resources. 64% of responses were positive, indicating that they either agree or somewhat agree that the Bethalto School District administrators are good stewards of district resources. One thing that is important to note with these responses is that 23% answered that they neither agree nor disagree. Our analysis of this question and the high neutral response indicates that a large number of respondents don't feel they fully understand what the district resources are or how some of them are managed. This is not necessarily a negative indication, as we've stated before, but can likely mean that some further clarification may be needed for a certain group of respondents. The next statement deals with school district business operations. I am well informed regarding the Bethalto School District business operations. When we look at responses to this statement, they split almost in perfectly even thirds on the Likert scale, meaning roughly 33% were positive, meaning they agree or somewhat agree, 33% were neutral, meaning they either agree nor disagree, and roughly 33% disagreed with the statement that they're well informed regarding the Bethalto School District business operations. This is a strong indicator that further explanation and creating greater understanding of how the school district business operations work would be beneficial to the school district community. The next statement deals with Board of Education decisions. I would like more communication regarding the Bethalto School District Board of Education decisions. 71% of responses were positive for this statement, meaning they either agree or somewhat agree with the statement, I would like more communication regarding the Bethalto School District Board of Education decisions. As we drill down into the additional responses, it's important to notice, once again, a large neutral response. 24% of responses neither agree nor disagree with the fact that they would like more communication regarding the Bethalto School District Board of Education decisions, and we have a lower 5% negative. There's only 5% of people who don't want any more communication. The 24% seem that they are unsure of if they want more communication or how they feel about the general situation regarding the Bethalto School District Board of Education decisions. This gives us a strong indication that increasing communication and clarity around how the Board of Education works and makes its decisions would be beneficial to this community. This last statement has to do with school district pride. I am proud to have my child attend the Bethalto School District. 79% of responses were positive for this statement, meaning they either agree or some would agree that they are proud to have their child attend the Bethalto School District. We once again have a slightly higher neutral response, 12% who neither agree nor disagree, and roughly 9% who disagree that they are proud to have their child attend the Bethalto School District. 79% is a very high positive rating and a very good indication that there's a great deal of pride in the Bethalto School District and gives a good indication of the overall feeling that your community has regarding having children in the district. This is a positive sign and something the district should feel good about.